Well, the second season of the SA20 is set to get underway in Gqeberha. The defending champions, the Sunrisers Eastern Cape, are hosting the Joburg Super Kings in the tournament's first match. Rain has delayed the toss, and we were expecting an update just a couple of moments ago, but the rain still seems to be falling at St. George's Park. To speak more about the tournament is former Proteas batter Herschelle Gibbs. A very good afternoon and welcome to Newzroom Afrika. Unfortunately, we can't ask Mother Nature to play ball with us when we want to get another exciting season underway.
Yeah, it is a lot, not the ideal start, but I suppose much needed watering of the plants there in PE. But yeah, I might have to wait a few more minutes to get underway. But yeah, excitement has been real. I think the cricket-loving public have been starved from the recent shortened Indian series. So, much anticipated with the Betway SA20, campaign to start today.
What was interesting about this tournament is just how receptive South Africans were to the very first season. It turned a profit in the first season, 4 years ahead of schedule. So it really has been embraced. Is that because of the kind of format it is, or what do you think has made this such a hit for South Africans?
Well, I think T20 cricket, the format itself has been, the flavor of the month basically around the world for a good couple of years now. It's an exceptionally popular format. You just got to see how many new leagues have started around the world. It's 3 hours of fun, and people can come after work and go and watch a game and with their kids, etc., etc. And I think it's just a fantastic day out. I mean, the format itself lends for a lot of excitement, a lot of close games. And the people have really taken a liking to it all around the globe. And in particular, the Betway SA20 that started last year, I think, it yielded a great profit. And, I think the turnout at the stadiums were fantastic. All the feedback that we got from every venue around South Africa was really good and well attended. And the people were very excited for Season 2 to get underway. So it's just a little bit of pity, obviously, that the rain is still falling there in Gqeberha, but hopefully it stops soon and we can get some play in tonight.
Just how important is this tournament with the ICC Men's T20 World Cup taking place later this year for the players that are taking part?
Yeah, exceptionally important. It's an ideal opportunity to get into some sort of form. Everybody wants to put their name in the hat when it comes to selection for, the biggest stage in cricket, a World Cup, whatever format that might be, But yeah, it's just, you want to put your hand up. You want to, get your season underway with regards to T20 cricket as well as possible. And ultimately, you want to give the selectors, come the World Cup, a lot of headaches and a lot of difficult decisions to make. I don't think anybody would want to make it easy for the selectors. That goes for bowlers and batters. And I think, I think after like I said, the shortened series before, I think everybody is really excited to get these underway. I mean, we've got some wonderful talent on display, both South African players and international players. So I'm looking forward to, I like to always tend to look at, the mindset, not always the skill set, but the mindset, the reading of the situation, how the batsmen play on various types of wickets. It's not just about seeing ball, hit ball, it's about executing a role and, executing it well enough and irrespective of what conditions you play in. So for me, it's something I really look forward to, and I understand from the fans that they want to see a lot of 4s and 6s. But, when you put your sort of coach's hats on, those are the smaller things and that define players for me.
The popularity of T20 cricket is not lost on anybody. The growth of the SA20 is on a good track. They've got international broadcasters as far as North America. But in terms of the growth of of just T20 cricket as a format, how healthy is that just for cricket as a game? We've seen how the SA20 has impacted on South Africa's test series and the test team that CSA is going to be sending to New Zealand.
Oh, it's exceptionally important. Any opportunity can never be overlooked, and that's ultimately what you want as an inspiring cricketer, whether you're professional or not, but more so for these players that are taking part. We're dealing with a different, I wouldn't say a different beast these days, because the younger generation have seen so much of T20 cricket. Obviously, comparing to myself, it was a lot older now, and when I was growing up, the ultimate form for me was always going to be, Test cricket. But there's so much of T20 that is played these days that the younger generation have really taken a liking to it. And you can see by the amount of youngsters that are at the stadiums, the various venues around the country, how much they really enjoy the format.
Do you think it's going to be the death of Test cricket, though?
Well, I'm hoping it's not. I think Graham Smith obviously mentioned a few words yesterday that there is enough time in the calendar year to I wouldn't say to squeeze in Test cricket, but to fit Test cricket in. When you play 90 tests for your country, for me, there was no greater joy, as far as any format was concerned, other than Test cricket. It's the ultimate test. Yes, we know that the fans love T20, and you always want to please the fans. But Test cricket is the ultimate format, and it should never be put on a back burner because of T20 cricket. If there's a chance they can play more Test cricket during the year, and not just two game Test series, but at least 3, then they should find the time to do that. It's in a lot of ways, I find it quite fascinating to see that the public enjoy T20 cricket as much, because a lot of it, a one-day cricket, both T20 and 50 over cricket, is a lot of repetition. So you almost really know what you're going to see before you actually rock up at the games. So with Test cricket, it's a different animal altogether. You're never really certain, and it's like I said, it's your ultimate test of your ability, your temperament, technique. All those sort of characteristics come into play when it comes to Test cricket. But you got to give it to the fans. They're the ones that wanted to see T20 cricket, and so here we are. With season 2, and hopefully that it'll be even better than last season. There's a lot at stake. For me, I like the mentality of recognizing big game players. Players that are willing. They put their hand up when the chips are really down. In the big games, to turn it around for those teams. And I think that sort of mindset can go a long way with regards to our T20 campaign, the World Cup T20 campaign later in the year. If we can find a few more players that step up in the big moments, then you never know. I think we'll have a really good shot at making a final of the World Cup.
Are you at all concerned about the pitch at Newlands after the ICC gave it a demerit point, and it's set to be a key venue for the SA20 this season?
Yeah, that's my favorite ground in South Africa anyway. But I'm not too concerned. I doubt whether they're going to be using the same strip. I'm sure it'll be a lot browner and a lot bare, browner, and not as much grass as well. So I doubt whether there's going to be a repeat of what happened in the New Year's Test match.
You were pro. What is your advice to those fans? Because if they want to get a share of that R2 million prize purse that is put up by the tournament, they need a clean one-handed catch.
Well, I think firstly, a lot of them will be probably keeping themselves cool with a beverage in hand, which will help your balance. With regards to putting your hand up, So I don't really have too much advice, but you know, the idea is always to ride the ball, you know, so that it tries to hit your hand quite gently. Don't really go at it. Rather allow the ball to come to you and soften the blow, so to speak. It's always your best chance of catching it rather than catching it with hard hands. But there's also the new concept that the Betway SA20 campaign is all about, is the lolly campaign, which they've started. If I can just briefly touch on that, it's about obviously the spirit of the cricket, and you know, everybody loves a little lolly in summer. So the trolley, the big lolly truck, will be around at all the venues around the country. There'll be one particular either present or past former Proteas player that will be handing out these lollies around the South Africa at the various venues. And we urge, obviously, the families to come out in their droves to come and grab a lolly or two, and maybe meet some of the former Proteas at the venues around the ground, and you know, bring the kids along. It's a great day out. You know, we want to share the spirit of cricket, and the fans have really been excited about, you know, season 2. So I'm expecting capacity crowds, even better than we've had last season. And obviously Betway has put up a lot of money with regards to you know, the crowd catching, you know, the odd 6. Hopefully
Herschelle, unfortunately, I'm going to have to interrupt you because we've actually run out of time. But you did mention that Newlands is your favourite ground, and the line that you often hear from the crowd, other than catch it, is a lolly to make you jolly, and you will be the one, I suppose, this year that will be saying that around for the SA20 competition. Thanks for your time here on Newzroom Afrika.